Let's try this again. What's up, babes? It's Girl Victoria back with another video. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So look, y'all, I'm basically just making this video to talk about the things I'm gonna be doing to boss back up and get, you know, like on my Zoom, do the things I need to do. So if you were following me on Instagram, my Instagram tag is Carlisa Victoria. My handle is spelled the exact same way as my YouTube channel. But I wanted to make this video to just talk about the things that I'm going to be doing to really just get back on what I need to get on to boss back up. So I had a real productive day as far as communication with my seller, my photographer, my different people who are going to be instrumental to listing these homes that we have coming up. They are new construction homes. We do have plans. We do have vision. We do have goals. But if you're watching my channel today, my YouTube or my Instagram story, you would have seen that I talked about basically just like breaking cycles in the family, being the person who changes the narrative, changes the dynamics, talking about things that I did to make sure that I can basically build the way that I want to build my brands, my business, etc. So if you are maybe that person in your family who is breaking the generational curses and cycles, or you just want to see a different cycle, you want to see a different plan, then this video is definitely going to be for you. Feel free to subscribe if you feel like this is content that you want to be a part of, content that's going to help you build your business, build your brand. Please ignore the dirty dishes behind me. I do have to do my dishes, but it is what it is. I've been cooking a lot this week. Your girl has been throwing down. So there is a lot of dishes that I do need to clean. However, this video is just about getting back on what we need to get on. So right now I'm sitting at the kitchen table. It is 8:32. I need to change my background. I've said that since I got this phone and I just haven't. I hate the way that I don't like all the colors on there. So I just need to change it. Anyway, I basically wanted to make the video to just talk about what I was talking about on the story further, which is break the cycles. Don't be like everyone else. If you know there's people in your family, or there are parents or anyone in your family that you feel like they did the best they could, they struggled to get us where we needed to be, then make it your goal to break the cycle so that when you have your children, you have your family, you don't have to struggle in the same way that your people had to struggle for you to be where you were. It is okay. It is normal. It is healthy to want better, to want more, to change the dynamic. I think the world we live in right now, a lot of people try to make people feel bad for becoming financially educated, financially stable, and having mentality that builds generational wealth. People try to shun that. But my thing is why would you want to know that your family struggled and went through so many hardships to get you where you are today, and for them to get where they are, and you say, hey, I want to go through the same thing? You should be wanting better. You've got more resources. Things have changed. And I'm not going to say they didn't have resources back then, but we are so, we have technology at our fingertips that have not been here for super, super long. People 20 years ago, 10 years ago, didn't have the technology that we have today, didn't have the resources that we might have on the internet today, the free webinars, etc., that they felt like could really put them in a good position. Or maybe they didn't have good mentors. They might not have had people in their life who encouraged them, the way that we are seeing. So it's now these kids who are 18, 19 years old, it doesn't surprise me when they're millionaires at 20, 21. It doesn't, because you have all these resources. Even me, not even being super old, being in my 30s, I think dang, when I was in my early 20s, we didn't have this, we didn't have that, we didn't, and I'm not even I'm a 90s baby, So things have evolved. Things are, definitely going in a positive direction. I'm not saying if you're 21 and you're building a brand, building a business, etc., that's not commendable, because it is. But I'm just saying it's more expected nowadays that this age group has the resource to be a 21-year-old broker or a 21-year-old doctor. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that it wasn't a thing then. I just feel right now, you've got so many resources in social media, So I think it's putting fire under people to really want to be a lot of these positions, whether it's for the media or it's for, just like inspiration, whatever the case may be. I think that we have a lot of that. When our, elders didn't have social media and all those things back in the day, they didn't have to really, have this marketing for indirect and direct marketing. They had just straight word of mouth or go to their 9 to 5, try to feed their family, those type of things. I think the dynamics were just different. So being that we live in 2025, we live in a whole different world, a whole different century. I think that it is crucial for you to figure out what it is that you want to do with your life and do it. Don't be afraid. Don't allow somebody to make you feel bad for wanting better. I don't want to have a family and my kids feel like, oh, my mama struggled. I don't have to have that story for my kids to be good kids. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you come from a family that was a broken home, or you come from a family that had to struggle, or you came from a family that maybe had it all, who knows? You should be wanting to create the narrative for your life, for your family. So if those are the things that you had to endure, those are the things you had to see, want better for yourself. Because we see it all the time. There's been so many times where we see families who have nothing raise children who become doctors. They change the world. They become lawyers. They become the people who literally change the world. But then we see that we have situations where there's millionaires and billionaires and their kids grow up and they're drug addicts, they're meth heads, they're all of these different things. We've seen so many different scenarios. So the success of one's parents or the success of one's guardian or the success of anyone over someone who may have raised someone does not automatically guarantee the success of that person or that child or that adult or whatever. They have to be willing to choose the path of success. So for me, as I'm building my business brick by brick, layer by layer, if you guys know, I have 2 dogs. One is Miss Brooks and one is Mr. Brooks. But when I had Mr. Brooks, and I was building my real estate brokerage, I literally named my business, named him off the strength of my business. His name was Bricks, not only because he was diesel, looked like he was a little stocky little joker, but I wanted to build my business brick by brick, layer by layer, and I wanted to watch myself become the woman that God had for me to become. I wanted to watch myself manifest and do and become everything that I was supposed to do and become and be on that journey. So every time I look at my dog, every time I think about my business and I hear his name Bricks, I think about bricks. We are building the business brick by brick, layer by layer, and we're standing strong on that foundation. So in the end of the day, you have to look at your things and wonder, what is my why? You guys hear me talk about knowing your why in life. If you don't know your why in life, it's going to be very difficult for you to understand what it is that God has for you to be doing. And if you don't believe in God, it's going to be hard for you to discover your purpose if you don't know your reason for being, your reason for doing. I can literally tell you all of the reasons why I am striving to become more, do better, be better. What's driving me, what's pushing me to want to be successful. But my why is not going to be the same why as yours. You might have different reasons as to why you're going. We all have different reasons. We all have different goals and different aspirations. But in the end of the day, we all can choose to be successful. So if you are somebody who is an entrepreneur, obviously your route is going to be different from somebody who works a 9 to 5. Someone's schedule is going to be ready to wake up to go through the same motion every day. And another person's schedule is going to be set to be different every single day because of entrepreneurship. You have to decide what's best for you. You have to choose what's best for you. Because in the end of the day, so whatever it is, y'all, I had to cut my video because I had some very important information, important news to talk about. So literally had some family stuff to talk about. But anyway, I wanted to jump back on. I don't remember where I left off, so please, if I sound repetitive, I'm not going to review the video just to see where I left off. I just picked back up. But you have to break the generational curses. You have to be the person willing to do the work. Those sleepless nights, those endless nights where you feel like, I'm so sleepy, I'm so tired. Like right now, I feel extremely exhausted. But tomorrow, I'm gonna have a very long day ahead of me. I've got work cut out for me now. I'm about to set some goals, write out some goals, and just literally, work on the things that I need to do to be successful. I went to the store this week and I bought, or probably last week, and I brought these different colored markers so that I can, dry erase markers, so that when I'm setting my goals, I can, check them off based on a color code. Obviously, green, get the money. Red, we didn't complete something. I probably use black just to write things out. Blue, marketing. I'm going to use this for different things to strategize. I think utilizing colorful markers, utilizing colorful things when it comes down to your success, I think really does help with your structure. Like, obviously, you guys know black is my favorite color, and I'm very neutral. Don't really like too many colors. Like, I'll wear color, but I'm blacks, neutrals, whites, that type of girl. But I think when it comes down to your goals, get active with the colors, because it's going to make you literally hustle different. I don't know how to explain it. If you are a goal getter, then you'll understand. Anybody who goes to get them goals, you're going to understand what I mean when I say this. So definitely get your dry erase markers, get yourself set up. I literally have my candle. So I have a candle right here. I had to blow it out when I left earlier, but I have a candle so that it can keep, just keep me up to date. That way I can be tuned in. I've got my notebooks, I've got my laptop, I've got my desktop. I've got so many books in front of me. I'm going to be up working tonight. It is 9:06. I'm probably going to be up for the next 2 hours at least. Go to bed around 11, 12. But I'm going to be right here working. Because that's what you have to do when you are building your brand, building your business. You literally have to be what you need to be. Let me see. Working on things now. Give me a second, y'all. But yeah, at the end of the day, break the cycles, build the business. No one's going to give you the rules. Nobody's going to give you the rule book. If you want to be successful, you're going to have to do what the people who are not what people are not doing, which is working overtime. People who are content with their life, people who want to literally, you're going to have to be the bigger person. You're going to have to be the person who literally sets the example for everybody else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, get to the goals, get to the work. Anything that you want, you can have. Just go after it and you will have it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Later.